Welcome to Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today let's talk all-purpose thread. The all-purpose thread that I have been using is from Metler, and it is called METROSENE, and you can see it in this cabinet behind me. When you go to buy it, it's going to be in a cabinet very similar to this. They can be tall, they can be short, but they all have those spools that go inside so you can see the beautiful colors. They come wrapped on cardboard spools, plastic spools, bigger spools. There are different sizes. You can get it in 100 meters, which is 109 yards, all the way up to 1,000 meters. So you definitely can get the bigger spools for your whites, blacks, and neutral colors that we use all the time. And then if you want to have thread that's going to match an item, if we want a top stitch, you can buy them in smaller spools. You can even get them in a large case like this that has 96 spools. Those are those nice small spools, so you'll have that color to go with whatever you are stitching. Now, I love all-purpose thread, and I have been using all-purpose thread for years. What I like about it is it's polyester. It has a polyester core and a polyester thread. That means it's color fast. It means it's not going to shrink. It's very low in lint, so I can sew for a long time on my machine and not have to worry about all of that extra lint. I've used it on my serger, I've used it on my sit-down quilting machine, and I've used it in my Bernina sewing machines, even my antique vintage machines. And an all-purpose thread goes really well with any needle. And if you're not sure, you can always get a universal needle, which was going to go great with it. There's over 300 different colors, so we're sure to get the color that we need for the project that we're working on. So today, I thought I would share some of the projects that I have made with my METROSENE all-purpose thread. And that way, you can really see how versatile it really is. One of the most recent projects I have made is this puzzle quilt. I did piece it and I quilted it with this sort of off-white color. You could see how well that really did match. Here's another project that I used black thread. The batting is a little bit more polyester, but it still works great. This quilt, I used two different threads. I did use the white thread to piece it, and I quilted with some of the yellow, and then I did a soft pink right in this little area. You can see how nice those stitches have turned out. I've also used it when I have used this quilter's foam. That foam gives things shape. Unlike quilt batting, we're sewing right through foam. And for this project, the entire thing was done in that nice soft beige. And I had no problem stitching through all of this. I am working on a pair of linen pants, so I have 4 spools of that polyester thread right on my serger. I've also used it for applique. I've used the red to go around my maple leaf, and this has a fusible web on it. And you can see how nice that stitched through this fleece and that fusible web under that fabric. Here's another fusible web and some applique. You can see how beautiful the thread did stitch. I've also used it for hand stitching. Every once in a while, I like to sit down and do a little bit on my cathedral window. So I do use an all-purpose thread for that. I use that all-purpose thread for putting on my bindings, putting up hems on my pants. The all-purpose thread is really my go-to thread. Unless I want a specialty thread for a stretch knit or a cotton for something special, I do love my all-purpose thread. It is a 50 weight polyester, so it's nice and smooth. It stays nice and flat in the seams. It doesn't shrink as I'm washing it or I'm pressing it. And even these dark, bold colors do not run. Now, if you're looking for the METROSENE thread in Europe, it goes under the name of Ceylon. It's the same thread, they just have a different name in Europe than they do in North America. In North America, they call it METROSENE. So there's always a thread that you can get to match your project. Now the case that I have is not something that you would have for your home because it is full of thread right from the front to the back, and that way stores do not have to replenish it as much. But this is the type of case that you are going to be looking for, so you can see all of those beautiful colors. So you can buy small spools, large spools, big spools, and pretty much in any color that you want. So those are just a few of the things that I've used my all-purpose thread for. Thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I do have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.